Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily Speaking English Podcast. My name is Lena, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world right now. Today, we're going to explore something really exciting that can change the way you learn English forever. I can't wait to share these ideas with you. Before we start, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoy today's lesson, give us a like and share it with your friends who are also learning English. All right, I'm ready and excited. Let's jump right in. Today, I want to talk about something that many English learners ask me about all the time. They say they want to improve their English, but they feel stuck. They feel like they don't have enough time. They feel nervous when they try to speak. They wonder if they really can get better without moving to another country. And I always tell them the same thing. Yes, you can improve. Yes, you can speak English well. And no, you don't need to go anywhere. You just need the right daily habits. Today, I'm going to share with you exactly how to practice English every single day, even when your life is busy, even when you feel shy, and even when you're not living in a place where everyone speaks English around you. Let me start with something really important. Many people believe they must go to England or America or Australia to learn English properly. They think they need to be surrounded by native speakers all day long. They think they need expensive courses or many hours of study every night. But here's the truth. You don't need any of that. What you really need are small, smart actions that you can repeat every day. You need simple steps that fit naturally into your normal life. You need methods that make you feel more comfortable and more confident each time you use them. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Before I share the main 5 tips with you, let me explain one really powerful technique that many successful English learners use. It's called shadowing. Maybe you've heard this word before. Maybe this is your first time hearing it. Either way, I want to make sure you understand what it is and why it works so well. Shadowing is a special way of practicing English that helps your listening and your speaking at the same time. It's simple, it's effective, and anyone can do it. So what exactly is shadowing? Well, it means you listen to someone speaking English and then you repeat exactly what they say. You try to copy everything. You copy the words, the speed, the tone, and even the rhythm. You don't stop to think. You don't translate in your head. You don't look up words in a dictionary while you're doing it. You just listen and repeat, like an echo. Let me give you some examples so you can try it right now with me. I'm going to say a sentence, and after I finish, you can repeat it out loud. Are you ready? Here's the first one. I want to speak English with confidence. Now it's your turn to repeat that. Good. Let's try another one. I practice English a little bit every day. Go ahead and repeat. Excellent. One more. Listening to English helps me improve. Now you repeat. Great job! That's shadowing. At first, it might feel a bit strange or awkward. You might not understand every single word you hear, and that's completely okay. Shadowing is not really about understanding everything perfectly. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together in English. It helps you get familiar with how English sounds, how the words flow together, and how it feels when you speak. When you practice shadowing regularly, even just 5 or 10 minutes each day, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to speak faster. Your pronunciation becomes clearer and more accurate. You feel more confident when words come out of your mouth. And here's something I want you to remember. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to sound exactly like a native speaker. You just need to practice. Every time you open your mouth and speak English, you're making progress. Every single time. Now, let's move on to the main question. How can you actually practice English every single day in your real life? I know many of you are very busy. You have work, you have family, you have responsibilities. You might feel like there's no time left for studying. You might feel nervous about making mistakes. You might not know where to begin. I hear these concerns all the time, and I want you to know something important. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need perfect grammar before you start. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. You just need to take the first step and begin. So I'm going to give you 5 simple and powerful ways to practice English every single day, no matter where you are or how busy your life is. The first tip is this: listen to English every single day. This is probably the most important step of all. If you want to speak better, you absolutely must listen more. Not just once a week, not only during your English class, but every day. Daily listening is the foundation of good speaking. When you listen to English regularly, you learn new words naturally. You hear the real rhythm and melody of the language. You train your ears to understand faster, and you get used to how real people actually speak, not just the formal English you find in textbooks. Listening helps your brain absorb the language in a natural way, the same way babies learn their first language by listening to people around them. So how can you add more listening to your day? It's easier than you think. You can listen to podcasts like this one. You can listen to English songs that you enjoy. You can watch videos on YouTube about topics you find interesting. You can listen to short stories designed for English learners. You can listen to simple news programs made for people learning English. The key is to choose something you actually like, something that doesn't feel boring or too difficult. And here's another important point. You don't need to understand 100% of what you hear. Even if you only understand 30% or 50%, that's still very useful. Your brain is still learning. Your ears are still getting trained. The beauty of listening practice is that you can do it anytime, anywhere. You can listen while you're walking to work or school. You can listen while you're cleaning your house. You can listen while you're cooking dinner. You can listen while you're exercising or going for a run. You can even listen while you're resting on your bed. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to make a real difference over time. The secret is consistency. Make English your background music. Let it become part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or having breakfast. When you do this, English stops feeling like a special, separate activity. It becomes a normal part of your life. Now, let's talk about the second tip. After you listen, it's time to use your voice. This is where shadowing comes back into the picture. Listening is wonderful, but speaking is what makes you strong. Speaking is what builds your confidence. Speaking is what transforms you from someone who understands English into someone who can actually use English. So after you listen to a sentence or a short part of audio, you repeat it. Copy the voice you heard. Try to match the rhythm and the speed. For example, if you hear someone say, "I want to improve my English skills," you repeat that exact sentence. If you hear, "I don't understand everything yet, but I keep trying," you repeat that too. If you hear, "I'm getting better little by little," you say it again in your own voice. Do this every day with the audio you're listening to. Repeat the same sentences multiple times. Don't be afraid to say them again and again. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is how we learn. When you repeat sentences regularly, you'll start to notice changes. Your speaking becomes smoother, your pronunciation becomes clearer and more accurate, you feel more confident when words come out of your mouth. And here's something I want you to remember. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to sound exactly like a native speaker. You just need to practice. Every time you open your mouth and speak English, you're making progress. Every single time. The third tip is about changing the way you think. I want you to start thinking in English, even if it's just one thought at a time. This is one of the biggest and most powerful changes you can make in your learning journey. Most learners think in their native language first, and then they translate into English in their heads. But translation takes time. It slows you down. It makes speaking feel harder than it needs to be. When you think directly in English without translation, everything becomes faster and more natural. But I know what you're thinking. How do I start thinking in English when I'm so used to thinking in my own language? Don't worry. We start small and simple. Begin with short, basic sentences. Say them silently in your mind throughout your day. When you wake up in the morning, think simple thoughts like, "It's morning now. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee." When you walk outside, look around and think, "The sky is blue today. The air feels cold. I see a dog walking." During your work or your daily activities, think things like, "I'm working now. I feel tired. I want to go home soon." These are very small thoughts, but they're powerful. They help your brain connect directly to English without going through translation first. There's no delay, no extra step, just English. After you practice thinking these small sentences silently for a while, try saying them out loud. You can whisper them quietly so nobody hears you. You can say them when you're alone in your room. It's like having a daily conversation with yourself, but in English. At first, it might feel silly or strange. That's completely normal, but keep doing it anyway. The more you practice thinking and speaking these small sentences, the more natural it becomes. Later, you can move on to longer thoughts and more complex sentences, but start simple. Start with what you can manage right now. This habit will change everything about how you use English. The fourth tip is about reading, but not the way you might expect. I want you to read aloud. Many people read English silently in their heads. That's good for understanding, but it's not enough if you want to improve your speaking. Reading aloud is much more powerful because it trains your mouth, your tongue, and your brain to work together. It helps all these parts of your body coordinate and cooperate. When you read aloud, you're not just seeing words, you're saying them, you're hearing them, you're feeling them in your mouth. This creates a much stronger connection in your brain. So, what should you read aloud? Choose something short and simple. You can read a children's book in English. You can read a short story designed for beginners. You can read a dialogue or conversation from a video or podcast. You can even read the subtitles from an English show. Start by reading slowly and clearly. Focus on pronouncing each word correctly. Then read the same text again, but a little bit faster this time. Then read it one more time with more expression and emotion. Pretend you're an actor performing the lines. This helps you practice pronunciation, fluency, and confidence all at once. It's like going to the gym, but instead of training your muscles, you're training your speaking ability. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Now we come to the fifth and final tip, and this one is really important. I want you to use English in your daily life, not just during study time. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you want to speak English well, you shouldn't only study English. You should live with English. English should not be something you do for 30 minutes on Monday night and then forget about until next week. It shouldn't only happen when you sit down with a textbook or when you're in a classroom. Instead, English should become part of your real, everyday life, just like drinking water or checking your phone. The more you see English, hear English, and use English in your normal daily activities, the more natural and automatic it will become. Let me give you some practical and easy ways to do this, even if you're extremely busy. First, change your phone settings to English. Think about how many times you look at your phone each day. Probably 50 times, maybe 100 times, or even more. Every time you unlock your phone, you see words on the screen, so why not make those words English? When you change your phone's language to English, you'll see English words every single time you use it. You'll learn words like settings, airplane mode, brightness, battery available, delete, download, and many more. You don't need to study these words with flashcards. You just see them naturally many times every day, and soon your brain remembers them without effort. This is called passive learning, and it's incredibly helpful. Second, write a short diary in English every day. You don't have to write long paragraphs or perfect essays. Just write 3 simple sentences about your day before you go to sleep. For example, you might write, "Today I went to work. I felt very tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee." Or you might write, "It rained this morning. I stayed home all day. I watched an English video on YouTube." These simple sentences are perfect practice for building basic sentence structure and using real vocabulary from your actual life. If you do this every night for just 5 minutes, you'll improve much more than you realize. You can write in a small notebook, or you can type on your phone. You can even write messages to a friend who is also learning English, and they can write back to you. This makes it more fun and social. Third, record a 1-minute voice message every day. This is one of my favorite tips because it's so simple but so effective. At the end of each day, open your phone and record yourself speaking in English. Just talk for 1 minute about anything. Talk about your day, your plans for tomorrow, your feelings, or something interesting you learned. For example, you might say, "Today was busy. I had a meeting in the morning, I made lunch for my family, in the evening I watched a short English video." It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Nobody else has to hear this recording. It's just for you. But when you listen back to yourself, you learn so much. You hear your own pronunciation, you notice your grammar, you become aware of the mistakes you make most often, and then you can work on fixing them next time. This builds your confidence, your fluency, and your self-awareness. Fourth, come join us on our Daily Speaking English podcast channel. We have a wonderful community of English learners just like you. Everyone in our channel is learning together, practicing together, and supporting each other. You can watch all our videos and episodes there. You can leave comments and share your thoughts. You can ask questions and I will answer them. You can see what other learners are saying and learn from their experiences too. Being part of a learning community makes everything more fun and motivating. When you see other people practicing and improving, it encourages you to keep going too. So please join our channel, watch our videos regularly, and be an active part of our English learning family. We would love to have you there. Fifth, watch short videos and repeat the sentences you hear. There are so many short, simple English videos on the internet. You can find videos about travel, food, daily life, funny moments, or any topic you enjoy. The key is to choose videos that interest you so it doesn't feel like boring homework. Watch the same video 2 or 3 times, then pause it and repeat the sentences you heard. Try to copy the person's voice, their tone, their speed, and their expression. Even if the video is only 20 or 30 seconds long, that's perfect. It's a fun and easy way to learn how English is really spoken by real people in real situations. Using English in your daily life is not difficult at all. It doesn't require much extra time. You don't need a teacher standing next to you to do it. And here's the secret that changes everything. You need to turn small daily actions into English practice. Instead of saying good morning in your native language when you wake up, say good morning in English. Instead of writing your shopping list or to-do list in your mother tongue, try writing it in English. Instead of watching 5 minutes of TV in your own language while you eat breakfast, watch 5 minutes in English. These tiny actions might seem small, but they build strong habits, and strong habits create confident English speakers. So remember this important lesson. Make English part of your life. Let it be in your phone, in your journal, in your thoughts, and in your voice. Let English be part of who you are, not just something you study for a test. When you do this, English will stop feeling like homework or a chore. It will feel like something you live with every day, and that's when real fluency begins. That's when you stop being someone who studies English and become someone who speaks English. That's the transformation we're all working toward. Now, before we finish today's episode, let me review the main points we talked about. I want to make sure everything is clear in your mind so you can start practicing right away. First, we talked about shadowing. Shadowing means listening to someone speak English and repeating exactly what they say. You copy the sounds, the speed, and the rhythm. This trains your brain and your mouth to work together. It's simple and very powerful. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. Then we discussed 5 ways to practice English every single day in your real life. Tip number 1 was to listen to English every day. Listen to podcasts, music, videos, stories, or news. You don't need to understand everything, just let the sounds enter your ears. Do this while you walk, clean, cook, or rest. Make English your background music. Tip number 2 was to shadow what you hear. After listening, repeat the sentences out loud. Copy the voice, match the rhythm. Do this daily and your speaking will become smoother and clearer. Tip number 3 was to think in English, one thought at a time. Start with simple sentences in your mind. Say them silently throughout your day. Later, whisper them or speak them quietly. This trains your brain to use English directly without translation. Tip number 4 was to read aloud. Choose short, simple texts and read them out loud. Read slowly first, then faster, then with more expression. This trains your mouth and tongue. It's like exercise for your speaking muscles. And tip number 5 was to use English in your daily life. Change your phone to English. Write a short diary every day. Record 1-minute voice messages. Join our channel and be part of our learning community. Watch short videos and repeat the sentences. These small actions become strong habits, and those habits lead to confidence and fluency. I want to end today with some encouragement for you. Learning English is not a race. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up every day, even if you only practice for 5 or 10 minutes, even if you make mistakes, even if you feel shy or nervous. What matters is that you keep going. Every small step you take brings you closer to your goal. Every sentence you speak makes you stronger. Every day you practice, you improve. Maybe you can't see the progress today or tomorrow, but if you look back after 1 month, after 3 months, after 6 months, you will be amazed at how far you've come. So my advice to you is simple. Start today. Don't wait for next week or next month. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just begin with one small action. Listen to one English video. Repeat one sentence. Think one thought in English. Write one sentence in your diary. Record one short voice message. Just one small thing. And then tomorrow, do it again. And the next day, do it again. That's all you need to do. These small daily habits will transform your English over time. I promise you that. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I really appreciate you being here with me. I hope you found these tips helpful and practical. Now, here's what I want you to do. Listen to this episode again. Yes, listen to it more than once. The second time you listen, try to shadow some of the sentences. Repeat what I say. Then listen a third time and take notes about the tips that you want to try first. Choose 1 or 2 tips that feel easy for you and start practicing them this week. Remember, repetition is the key to learning. The more you hear something, the more you remember it. The more you practice, the better you become. And don't forget to personalize your practice. Think about your own life and find ways to use English that fit your schedule and your interests. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below this video and tell me which tip you're going to try first. Are you going to start shadowing? Are you going to change your phone to English? Are you going to write a daily diary? Let me know. I read all the comments and I love hearing about your learning journey. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends or family members who are also learning English. Learning together makes it more fun and motivating. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our new episodes. All right, everyone, that's all for today. Thank you again for being part of Daily Speaking English podcast. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember that every day is a new chance to improve. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep speaking, keep learning, and keep growing. Goodbye for now.